A month from now, I will tell you how many fees we're proposing to pay to the county based on our proposal and what the property taxes look like. Is that fair?
So you don't know that yet?
I don't have that off the top of my head. I do have several pro forma models that we have been using to try to fine-tune our mix. But we want to hear from you guys today.
Yeah, what we need first is to have a honest conversation. We need transparency. I want to see the numbers, because what matters to me is, like, we have a 18-month-old kid, and we moved here 4 years ago because of the neighborhood, because of the schools, because of what it is. What matters to me is, in 15 years from now, what's the high school is going to look like? Yes, that's what matters. Absolutely. Who is going to be paying for it? In the past 4 years, like, we paid top dollar to be here. Mm-hmm. We pay a lot to be here. In the past 4 years, we paid more than $30,000 in taxes. Mm-hmm. I want you to know how much are you going to be contributing in that regard.
I'm happy. We're happy to provide that.
Because you are in the business of doing development. Right. So you are acting on your own and on your big corporation, or it doesn't matter how big it is, interest. I want you to know who is looking at us, who's looking for us.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, and that's related to that.
Can I say something? I've lived here for a long time, as have many of us in this room. And it's really interesting hearing the new residents and the wonderful new young parents. We're so happy that there continues to be young children here. What you haven't experienced that we've experienced, those of us who have been here a long time, is at one time there was a little vibrant shopping area there. And there were a lot more shopping. Let me finish. Don't jump on me, please. At one time, there were way more kids here than there are now. And the schools are built to accommodate way more kids than there are here now. Can I finish? And as young people come in and buy the houses as the old people leave, you're paying a lot of property taxes. And I believe the redevelopment of that property, which has been derelict for the last few years and which is a danger and an eyesore, is going to benefit all of us. And the people who live in those properties are going to become valued neighbors. They're going to work in the grocery store. They're going to work at Kaiser. They're going to teach in our schools. They're going to be the young people graduating from college that want to teach here in the community they grow up. I personally don't understand the downside, except for it's going to go somewhere in Marinwood, whether it's there or somewhere.
My comment is right on the back of this. My comment is right on the back of that last comment, which is globally, just taking into account all the rumors, or not even rumors, all the news you're reading about what George Lucas wants to do, and I think the property across there, there's you wonder, is this just the starting point? That is there going to be? Is it just 72, or is there going to be?
This isn't new. This stuff's been percolating for 30 years.
You have to ask, is there a middle ground here?
Right. Yeah, I think that's
so what I'd like to say is there all I want to say quickly is, with 80 proposed units, we don't know yet how many are 2 or more bedrooms or 1 bedroom. And where I get curious is, if we're talking about providing housing for young people who are working for Kaiser, school teachers, and others, and also parking, which is a big issue because, I'm sure there's a number for how many, but even with a 1 bedroom, you're often looking at 2 cars at the minimum. So I look at 160 kids coming to schools, and I frankly don't know the dynamics of that. So I think there's probably, the truth is somewhere in between the worst concerns and the not worried about it. But I wonder, between seniors and between young people, I'd like to know the proportion of 1 bedroom places, because that's going to encourage workforce housing. That's going to encourage seniors to have a safe place to live, and that's also going to encourage commercial So I'm kind of curious about the ratio of 1 bedroom to 2 bedroom and what that looks like between family and singles or young married people or seniors.
I'd like to add to that 2 things. One, affordable housing often means that the people who work for the parks can find an affordable place to live. School teachers, you can make not a lot of money. I would probably qualify for affordable housing if I didn't have a savings account. I mean, and I own a place here.
But can you?
So that's one thing to really think about. We all know for years you cannot find a place to rent in Marin County that's very affordable, which is why we have so many people who drive in from Sonoma County to work here.
But by this being subsidized by the federal government, they have to accept applications not only from Marin, but from all over. So that's the problem with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I want to see our children being able to live here. I want to see the adults, the group that have to sell their houses, be able to live here. But when you get federal funds, you have to open it up.
You do, absolutely. And that you really can be quite stringent in who you accept.
But what is the percentage of these units that will be Section 8? I mean, I hear
It's not
there's
about,
82
it's not
units.
specialty section.
Let me percentage, and also,
Okay.
what are the current rents? Do we even know
Let me
the
just
rents?
interject at this point, because this has been a really wonderful, heated conversation that we're having. I want you to write those comments down on the cards.
No, we're going to talk, and it's a community. Why
No,
not?
but I'm saying before.
We write these down, they disappear.
Let me finish. Let me finish, okay? But I want you to capture it here too, because you can all vent here and talk to each other, but if you don't capture it here and we don't tabulate it, then it disappears, okay? So make sure that you write your comments down. There's going to be an opportunity for a more formalized presentation that will answer some of these really important questions that you're asking, and to be able to have some of this discussion going on. And so the first week...
This is a technique to quiet dissent right here. Give us your comments.
She's allowing us to say it in open air, but she also is saying in addition to that, right?
Okay, that's fine. Okay,
Your
that's
views
fine.
are important. I'm one of your neighbors. I live in Roundtree. I moved here 25 years ago. I contributed to the schools. I coached youth soccer. I've been a very involved, active member for a long time in this community. I care about this community, and I don't want something happening in the plaza that's going to ruin what I'm going to be carried out of my little condo in Roundtree, boots first, when I'm 98 years old, okay? That's how much I love this community. And we have a lot of vibrancy here and a lot of passion. And, you know, this is only the first opportunity. I don't know how many of you know that Bridge Housing also runs the 150 units of Rotary Village on Lucas Valley Road for seniors. That's a Bridge Housing project.
make that request that
Especially for the Section 8 facility.
What's the development?